My name is Donnie, and you suck at Photoshop. And there's a really good chance that you won't understand a single thing that I tell you in this lesson. So maybe just turn your sound down and put on some Kesha or whatever you listen to make yourself feel smarter. We use Photoshop for work, and I use Photoshop for work. You empty blood sacks at the hospital, but you aspire to use Photoshop for work, and so we need to learn how to move quickly because time is money, and I'm going to show you a tip to move quickly. Let's say you are in the Grand Bazaar in Istanbul, and you're working to save money to acquire undocumented passage into the West, and you have taken up with a rug dealer named Halis, who on the side is selling bootleg porn parody movies on VHS. I'm not really quite sure how it all works, but you're photoshopping covers for these movies. But we have to change the titles so frequently that we want to make sure that we can save our time. So I'm going to show you something that is, how's that Kesha song? Because this is going to break your mind. Use the text tool, create a text box, and enter the title of this movie. And what we're going to do is, we don't ever want to have to type that title again. Well, maybe just a couple more times. Let's give this a drop shadow, make it pop. I know it's moving fast. Hang on. Hold on to your photo pants. Now, what we want to do is use variables to capture this title. So go to Image, Variables, Define. And we're on this layer, and we're going to click Text Replacement and type in Title. We're going to call this the title. And now go back up to Image, Variables, Datasets, and click this button, which will create a new dataset based on what you just did there. And every time we make a change to the title here, it'll change down there. See how that works? So what we want to do is, let's duplicate this layer, because when people come into Halis's rug thing and they want to buy a rug, and then somehow for some reason they want to buy like Skinamax level porn, vampire porn, and if the tapes are stacked sideways, they'll want to be able to read the title there as well. So on this layer that we just copied, go back up to Image, Variables, Define, and select Title from this drop-down. And so now this is also going to reflect the title, so that when Halis calls us up, and he will because he always does, we can change the title, and so he'll likely change it, and we want to be prepared to do so. We can do it in one place, and it changes everywhere, and we only have to type it once. In the same spirit of expeditiousness, we can also capture the style of the text by going to the Character Styles drop-down, create a new style, and we can control the look and feel of the text from here, and we can assign a style to certain text so that we can go back and change it. So let's select the text on our spine, assign it to that style, and now when we go in and change this style, we can control all of the text that it applies to. Great job. Shadongs got cut off because it got larger when the type changed, and that happens occasionally, even to vampires. Let's change that back. Looks just awful. Something that you would make, and we definitely don't ever want to represent ourselves that way. Styles can give us flexibility as we create additional text elements. For instance, perhaps as we've been creating these videos, we've been ensuring that we do double duty with the money that we're making to additionally create grief for people that deserve it, and perhaps those people are the types of people who maybe have let their hellspawn change our lives, have taken our wives, who we are determined to take back, and for better or for worse, have made life miserable for us. What?
Are you Ricky Cox?
No, my name is Donnie Hoyle, and
Exactly who I am looking for!
let's say you're on a train rocketing through the Himalayas. You just escaped from a monastery where you've spent the last few years, and you're on your way home because you want to exact revenge on your wife's lover, and it's really cold,